The transformation of the former Doc Willoughby's location on Bernard Avenue in Kelowna is now complete, and Bernie's Supper Club and Cinema is now featuring nightly movies. We spoke to owner Kyle Nixon to find out what it's all about.
The idea of this was, you have a theater that can, show movies, which we want to show, but we can show all range of movies. We can show Canadian movies, indie movies, documentaries. We can also do comedy, live music, but there's nothing like this that exists downtown. So for us, I think it's something that will complement a lot of businesses downtown, not just us. And that's kind of what is inspiring our, future directions or whatever we do in the future.
Right. So it's got kind of an Art Deco feel to it, a nice mood.
Yep. So this building, when we actually really looked around at the details, had tons of from in the bones of it, a lot of Art Deco inspiration. So when my wife and I were kind of looking more at the design with the team, we just kind of went more in that direction and tried to do little subtle touches that kind of gives that Art Deco feel.
Right. Okay, so what does a typical evening look like then? What do you pay? How does it work?
Sure. So we're going to show, currently for August, we're going to show older movies. So right now we have Fast Times at Ridgemont High and we have Dazed and Confused. And then newer movies, so we have, as of this Friday, we're going to have the Leonard Cohen documentary. But we're going to sprinkle in some old and some new. So older movies are going for $8 per ticket, and a new release movie will be about $12. And then you can come up here. The theater is going to open 30 minutes before the movie, so it gets you time to get in here, get comfortable. The servers, the way we serve, we're going to serve throughout the movie. We do it basically without talking, so we can give you kind of how we do that. It's a
there's a little device right here that I can.
So you just, when you're ready for service, we're going to have a little menu where you write quantities of what you want, and then when this light's on, the server's going to see that. We'll come over, grab the piece of paper, you turn that back off, and then you wait, and then we bring it back. So you get to watch your movie, we serve you, enjoy it.
And it'd be the kind of food that can sit nicely on here, finger foods and things that
handheld sandwiches, burgers, things with chopsticks.
Right.
The one exception we make is we have 3 of our own pies we make in house. So we have a fork for that, but besides that, everything is just finger food.
Right, and so not so much popcorn and Twizzlers.
So we still do our own popcorn. So we start making the popcorn about 30 minutes before the show starts. So super fresh. We add our own little butter touch, and we're pretty passionate about food and beverage here, so we make a pretty cool popcorn. But we also have all the things you want on this list. We have Smarties, Twizzlers, everything you want. So
all right, so we can go classic if that's what you choose.
We wanted to make it feel like a real movie theater experience, but in a more boutique, our own kind of way.
It's kind of intimate in here, about 40 people or so.
Yeah, it's I think 44 for the cinema. And then for comedy would be about, 85-ish. And then if we want to do a stand-up, so we have Mono Whales, they're, award-winning Juno act from Canada. Right. And we have them coming, and that's about like 150 to 170.
Right, and typically older films or offbeat.
Yes.
Something that you might not expect at the Grand 10.
Yeah, we're going to try to find our own little niche. There's definitely the Grand 10 and the big movie theaters, they do blockbusters, and they got that pretty much covered. So we felt like for us to try to complement maybe things that they're not doing, try to find our own angle. And, there's something about nostalgia, about being able to go and see a movie that maybe you saw as a kid. Now you want to take somebody that hasn't seen it. And then also there's a lot of great Canadian films being filmed that don't ever hit the theater, especially just even in Kelowna. There's films being made, and there's a lot of people that work really hard on these movies. So, we felt like this could be an opportunity where we can show some of the local talent and craft.
Well, thanks for giving us something unique and different in Kelowna, and best of luck with it.
Oh, thanks, Ken. Appreciate it.
Kyle Nixon, and thank you for watching Kelowna Now.